Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now it's time for British Wrestling Radio with your hosts, Dean Mitchell, Nixie Newman, and our very own Quebec, Ice V, Vendetta. Join us in our chat room at www.britishwrestlingradio.co.uk. Phone in on 01223 911 822 and join us right now. Now, okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to British Wrestling Radio. Everybody in the chat room, everybody at Justin.tv. Hope everybody's having a good time as usual. It's a bit of a mixed batch. Up to about 10 minutes ago, there wasn't going to be a show. But it's one of those days you have to put up with the cards that people are dealt with, and that's the way it goes. So please forgive me if I seem a bit on being off and thing. About an hour and a half ago, every wrestling event I had on my computer for the next 2 months decided to wipe itself. So I've lost every show I've got. So if you've got any shows coming up, please resend them me, because then I can put them on the computer. And then I've got a couple, but there's not just many. You there, Nixie?
Hi.
Good evening, love. You all right?
Yeah, a bit tired. Never mind. I'll cope. Wah. Yeah. Baby cry.
Special thing for Pipe Bomb, because apparently they've just finished a Pipe Bomb and they've said nice things about it, so we just say nice things back. Everything's gearing up to next Friday night, the special show we've got. Everything, there's going to be no WWE talk, there's no TNA. We know there's sacrifice. We know there's sacrifice on this Sunday, but next week's more important in my eyes. Without this guy, we wouldn't have British Wrestling Radio. Next week, we've got the Pipe Bomb, we've got Rob Maltman, the voice of British Wrestling, we've got the Wrestleheads, and we've also got us three. The whole show's done to the Bulldog. It is exactly 10 years to the day since we lost the Bulldog, so we're doing a whole show dedicated to the life and career of Davey Boy Smith. So tune in for that. It's going to be a big one. Oh, yeah, sorry. And all the way, we've got a special guest, and we've got a special guest from America who's going to be ringing in for that night. For those who don't know, there's two guys that's responsible that I hold in great esteem for British Wrestling Radio, because it's where the idea came from, and that's WZR Radio. And one of the gentlemen coming on is coming on, and his name's Matt Boone. And Matt Boone is a real old school wrestling, and he doesn't hold back for anybody. If you ever listen to WZR, this guy will go, and I mean he will go. If anybody pisses us off, he will go fucking at you like you've never known, and he will go mental. So, and he's coming in. So no, hopefully he'll be sober, but it's a Friday, so there we go. We don't know much. Anyway, straight off the bat, thank you everybody who sent me birthday messages last Saturday. One of the best days of my life, because Sheffield Wednesday got promoted. Yes!
Oh, God.
Don't you start and don't you diss the Vals.
Screw football.
My rugby team that I'm associated with, they won, and it was my birthday, and I also got some nice some presents and stuff, so it was cool. And so I had the good weekend. Now I've had the bad day, because I've just found out that my account on Xbox Live has been hacked into, and I lost all my Microsoft points. So Xbox Live, boy people, you're going to get a big nasty man ready to go and kick your ass tomorrow morning. And I swear I'm going to hold you high, turn it sideways, and shove it straight up your candy ass. Hello, Adrian. Hope you're well, my man. And stuff. So, this week in wrestling, there has been one topic or conversation that has always been on this agenda. That is the announcement that Mr. John Cena is getting divorced. Mr. Hustle, Loyalty and Respect is getting divorced. And she signed a prenuptial agreement, so she's going to be taking fuck all! Absolute fuck all from the marriage. Oh dear. But that's the talking point, everything. Also, we've had, when Vendetta's been playing the things, it's, how many years ago? 98, 99. Owen?
11.
11
12, 13.
No, it's 13 years, yeah. 11.
13.
Yeah.
No, it was his birthday. It's 11.
Oh, yeah, birthday would have been 47. Funny.
It's about 13 years. Is it May the 20th, I think?
Yeah, something like that. What I'm saying, yeah, something crazy like that. All I'm going to say on the John Cena thing is, he tells everybody to rise above hate. Do you think he's going to rise above hate in that courtroom? So this is the thing. I mean, he's been saying for everybody for years, rise above the hate, rise above the hate. And if anybody's seen the picture I've just put up on Facebook, I hope you like it. It's the one, I think it's the one where they've got his version all of next, and he stood there in front of him, and the caption reads underneath it. So, which one of you is a lawyer? And I know there's one of you, so come on, I need your help now. So that's the caption. There's not been a lot this week. We've had
Goldust.
We had Goldust re-released. Robert Zimmerman released. If you don't know who Robert Zimmerman is, he contacts all the media people and everybody and gives them all the inside scoops and everything that's happening inside the WWE. So it is a big deal that he's gone. There's another guy behind the scenes got released yesterday. So people's the ideas of WWE releases is going to be happening, but it's not as big as we thought. So we're going to go with that, I think, in their own special way. But I still believe Rey Mysterio's going to go. I really believe Rey Mysterio's gone.
We'll believe it when we see it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Unless this is all just the calm before the storm, of course.
Yeah. How you been, Nixie? You been all right this week? Nothing,
yeah.
Nothing happening in wrestling circles for you?
No, not really. Very quiet. I found the scene.
Hold on. No, we're missing the point. Now, everybody that's cared about the Attitude Era and the WWE era from a few years ago, one of the guys that's one of the pioneers of the Attitude so sport in wrestling appeared on Raw this week. Paul Heyman.
Oh yes,
Mr. Heyman's back, and I know exactly what's happening with Paul Heyman. He's going to stick around till SummerSlam for the match versus Triple H. Wasn't that crowd, right, Nixie, I need your opinion on this. How dead was that crowd?
Didn't give a shit.
They didn't give a fuck.
They didn't care.
Well, JT, the reason
wasn't boring.
Was the only reason I said that is because I'm doing the old school way. I'm reading the chat room as we go along. The reason I said that is all the Attitude Era seemed to come from the ECW bingo hall, and everybody else seemed to jump on that bandwagon. So they had the attitude before anybody else. I know ECW is dead. We know this, Kong. But the problem is, right, Paul Heyman has got no to do. He's not mentioned ECW, has he? He's mentioned the fact that he is the legal representative, and the way he says it is still better than anyone in the planet, Mr. Brock Lesnar. If you're going to start on saying ECW is dead, get over it, then very simply, wrestling, you don't understand the thing about wrestling. Heyman, everybody's been saying about Heyman for years and years. If you put Paul Heyman in TNA, he would sort it out. He's already gone on record and said, if Paul Heyman went into TNA, every single person can only pick talent. Yeah, all right. I'm sorry, mate, but I'm going to keep out of this. I've got my things on.
Stand back.
He can't run a company. Well,
he did better than Eric Bischoff.
Oh dear. I think if Paul Heyman was in TNA, TNA was just literally, if Paul Heyman was in TNA, every single person that was over the 40-year-old bracket would be gone. But we're going to wait till Daniel gets in because we've got a bit of a segment. I've just remembered of a segment we can talk about because they've started advertising. TNA have started doing this thing on YouTube, so we're going to talk about that in a bit and get that. It's not true. It's not true.
No, it's not.
Paul Heyman ran ECW on his own from 93 to 2001. So he must have been doing it. Without Paul Heyman, right, let's go through the list. And if people in the chat room can agree with me then. Paul Heyman, responsible for Tommy Dreamer.
Yep.
RVD.
Yes. The Dudleys.
Sandman.
Sandman.
Sabu.
Yes.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Dean
Chris
Malenko.
Jericho.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Raven.
Yeah.
Best
Raven.
the best tag team in the world ever. The Dudley Boys.
Yes.
Rey Mysterio. Juventud Guerrero. Stone Cold Steve Austin. The list is endless. Without Paul Heyman, these guys wouldn't be in the wrestling industry. Exactly. And before you said about Stone Cold was in WCW, Stone Cold became the Stone Cold character in ECW.
Ooh.
So there we go. So it's not. I'm not just somebody that's just decided to pick up a bloody computer and oh, here we go. My rant's come. I'm about the day I've had. Here it comes. It's coming. Oh, and Rhino. Yeah, right.
Oh, Rhino.
And the Divas. You got Dawn Marie. Beulah McGillicuddy. One of the best matches ever. Oh yeah, sorry. And here's the big name on a lot. We've missed one big name off that entire list. Taz. But that's all from a guy that's got no talent. Yeah, right. Shane Douglas was, it doesn't matter about, Shane Douglas was also good because of what he did. But Big Show wasn't, I mean, in this Big Show, ECW, that was the WWE version of ECW. That was garbage. We're on about the proper ECW, 1993 to 2001. Jesus God. I mean, Paul Heyman don't know talent. Fuck me, Janet. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I mean, if you want to see a DVD that proves about Paul Heyman, get the Rise and Fall of ECW.
ECW. Got that one.
It was good and was Paul Heyman. I mean, ECW and WWE, it was just shit because they just destroyed it. It was a way to destroy the legacy of ECW. It was never good. I don't know why. The only time they had good ECWs in WWE was the one night stands, pay-per-views, when they had all the old guys in. Yeah.
Oh, they went back to the bingo hall.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that. And then they threw Cena's shirt back at him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
The greatest thing ever.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Also, yes, but Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman didn't have. Who else did he have in his ECW? Oh yeah, in WWE, he had a certain person that has said he's a Paul Heyman guy, and he loves the guy to bits. Oh yeah, CM Punk. Yeah, that's another one. Christian Rancy. Oh, piss off, Kong. Sorry. Do me. I'm not even going to acknowledge it now because that's just getting stupid. I mean, Christian ran ECW. Bullshit. Bullshit. Kong, I've had the day I've had. I am really, really at boiling point now. I really am. It may sound like good listening, but if you want me to go, I'll go.
One more match.
Where?
One more match.
Cheers, Daniel. One more match, fucking Christian. And Lesnar. Yeah, he was the best ECW champ. Piss off. CM Punk weren't champ then. Was he? ECW champ CM Punk.
He was ECW at one point.
Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, well, here we go. Start of something now. Anyway, let's get back to it. Paul Heyman appeared. Talk about that. We'll do Raw. We'll get Raw and we'll get Impact on that. Other things that have happened this week. The only shows I've got to promote. If you've got any shows in the chat room, can you please tell me? Because my computer's wiped everything out. And without it, I'm just... a thing, but... Oh, Marcus Von Con. He was better in the bleeding... He was better in the bleeding thing. Anyway, only shows I've got. GBW Grand Impact, the 27th of May at the Middleton Conservative Club in Leeds. I'll get all these sorted in a couple of weeks' time, I promise everybody. 27th of May in Southside Wrestling in St. Neots. They're starring Rennie Dupree. He's taking on Rockstar Spud. Doug Williams and Madman Manson are taking on the Predators. And if Mudge is in there, he'll know exactly what we're on about. And SWE up in Scotland. And their shows, they've got Portobello Town Hall in Edinburgh on the, I think it's the 26th of May. The SWE stars Braveheart, Mr. News, Chas Phoenix, Claymore, Kevin Williams, Damien, Johnny Lyons, and tag teams The Syndicate and Project Revolution. Town Hall in Edinburgh. And also on the 25th of August, they've got the big show that's got all the WWE hit legends coming over. Ted DiBiase, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Tatanka, Chavo Guerrero, Hell for Lycra 9 is on the 25th of August this year at Dewar Centre in Perth. Get up there if you can do it, because everything. And Danny's just put it in the 17th of May and 21st of June. NCWA are having a training seminar with Doug Williams teaching all the students. So get yourselves up to Dronfield, and you should have a great time. UK Experience, UK Wrestling Experience, who have their shows on Channel 219 and my thing. The Thunderdome, they've got a show on May the 19th. And that's coming up next week with our friend Rob Maltman going on commentary, apparently. So he's done up there. 24th of June, we've got Progress Chapter 2 with Progress Wrestling at the Garage in Islington, sponsored by the Relentless Energy Drink. And the Academies, SW88, S18 Gym in Dronfield. The NCWA, 2 till 5 p.m. every Saturdays. Alright. So there you go. Oh, 9th of June, Elite British Wrestling, Night of Reckoning, Library Theatre, Sheffield. There we go. Everything else in there. That's better. No. So, Nixie, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
You sound a bit distant there. Are you close?
No, I wasn't. Sorry. No, I'm fine, how are you?
Good. So, what's your take on all the WWE action that's happened over the last 7 days?
There hasn't been so much. I heard about the Goldust thing was something to do with Yoshi Tatsu. He directed him to do a move or something like that, and they fired him because of that. And the Cena thing is just funny.
Yes, I don't think it's funny that, speaking as a married man, don't know.
No.
But speaking as a married man, it's not nice when marriages break down. And they've been childhood sweethearts, and apparently John Cena's not been happy for ages and ages, so we don't know what happens behind closed doors. We never have.
No.
I mean, look at the best examples of a wrestling marriage gone wrong. We've got Rio's Macho Man and Elizabeth. They'd been together all this time and everything. Got married in August 91, and by February, March the following year, it was announced. It was both by September the following year, it was announced that they split up. So it was all over, which was a big shame to me. But it's their business. Exactly, Winterlays has just said it's their business, and it should be personal.
It is. It's not that I find funny. It's like you pointed out, the hustle, loyalty, respect, and I just feel a bit bad for him.
No, we went on the t-shirts and stuff, but it's like that. We see the wrestling characters every week, and that's what they are, wrestling characters. Away from the wrestling ring, we don't know about Triple H and Stephanie. We don't ask about that. We don't ask about CM Punk, what he does with Lita. Did you know that? Did you know that CM Punk has seen Lita?
Again?
Oh, yeah, they're back together. Well, they're together again. Yeah, that's the latest couple that's together. Everybody's got a private life, and they are entitled to that private life. And that's the way it should be. I mean, I've got my own private life. And I've got an announcement on that in a bit. So, in fact, I might do it. And, yeah, I'll do it now. If you're on my friends list on Facebook, and if I delete you for some reason, please do not be offended. It's got to a stage now where I'm getting messages and people. I am a 43-year-old bloke who's been married for 4.5 years, right? I am not an agony uncle. I never said I was, and I never said I would be. I would love to sort people's lives out, but I can't. So if you're going to message me with all these stuff that's happening in your personal life and everything, and you want me to try and sort it out, I am not a professional. I am just some guy that everybody listens to on a Friday night and talks about British wrestling. And it's same with me Xbox Live. If you're on there, fair enough, great. If you're going to be deleted on it, please don't be offended. It's just the fact that sometimes in my life I just want to do something, and I don't want to talk about wrestling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because my wife is going up the world. She's going up the wall with it. So please don't be offended if you get removed. I don't saying it might be happening. I'm just saying if it happens, then please do it. It's just the fact that sometimes people are sending me messages now and want me to sort out their personal lives. They've got problems, and I think as much as I want to sort them out for you, I really wish I could, but I can't, unfortunately. So I'm just a wrestling buff that does stuff on the internet. That's all I am. Oh dear. Anyway. Oh yeah, a couple more things. The website went down earlier this week. Do apologise for that. Server went funny on us. All sorted out now. Everything's done. The Skype's been sorted. That's done for the next 3 months. So we've got phone calls. If you want to ring us in tonight, ring us in. 01223 911 822. And just ring and give us a chat. More than welcome. We'll love it. It's not going to be a big chunk show. We're going to try and start this. And we'll get started. And JT's just said it best. Leave the personal stuff. Let's talk about wrestling. I didn't know Ted Turner was in the room. Right. Forget WWE. TNA. Let's do TNA. Impact. Last week's Impact opened up with the combined age of 114 people, nearly 120 years old of talent in the ring at once, a.k.a. Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan.
I thought you were going to say that.
I think, and the funniest thing about TNA, and if you're not following this guy on Twitter, you should be, Scott Steiner.
Yes.
Scott Steiner. It's got to be the funniest thing on Twitter by anyone. If you're not following him, please follow the guy, because his rants on Bischoff are legendary at this moment. He's going mental. Yeah. Kong, Rock didn't even know he was getting divorced. So, how did he know? But there we go. That was 2 months ago now. They only just announced it. But, hey-ho. So we had Ric Flair being offered a spot to judge future talent with Impact. And, help me out here, Nick. I'm trying to remember Impact. I watched last night. I watched last night's Impact, you see, so I'm trying to remember a week before it. So
a week before.
Yeah. Oh, we had Flair and thing in the ring. But let's be right. I mean, every Impact we had Bully Ray versus Austin Aries. I think. Yeah, we did. It sounds crap, innit? But we don't. It's too much. Kong. How much time does Hogan and Flair got an Impact? Too fucking much. That's exactly how much time Hogan and Flair gets on bleeding nowadays. Too much.
They need to step back.
They need to step back. They need to take away that. Right. We Impact. Everything's gearing up. We had RVD in a match. We had RVD coming back on the scene now, and he's got a world title match against Robert Roode. For some reason, which I missed out, we've got Jeff Hardy versus Ken Anderson. It's happening. But oh dear. Wait for the prediction. Wait. Right. We're all over the place tonight. I'm really sorry about this. It's not going to be. It's going to be a train wreck. I can see it come. It really is.
That's not that bad.
All right. June the 8th. I've announced this, and what's happening over the next few weeks? We'll get back to Impact when I can remember it. Over the next few weeks, British Wrestling Radio, we've got some special things coming up. 18th of May, everybody knows we've got the British Bulldog Show. That's the special with the Pipe Bomb, Rob, and Wrestleheads and those guys. That's what we've got. Following week, Ben Old is coming on. We've got Ben. He's coming on to talk about Southside Wrestling and everything for the 27th. And we've got also the 1st of June. I think we're trying to get Mad Manson on for that. Madman Manson, trying to get him for the 1st of June. Or Brendan says he might be trying to get on the owner of Pro Wrestling Ulster. So we're going to get that on as well. And then the 8th of June, this is the one we're going to be aiming for. We're going to do another special show. I think once a month or something, we might do this. On June the 8th, I've just asked the Pipe Bomb to be it. So at the moment, it's Pipe Bomb and us. And I know Daniel's going to be up for this because it's one of his things. We're going to celebrate the 10 years of TNA. We're doing all the TNA stuff of the last 10 years, the highlights, the lowlights, the things and everything. And we're going to cover the 10 years as best we can. So put that in your calendars, on your diaries, whatever it is. June 8th, we want everybody's memories, the greatest moments, the things, everything. June 8th, definitely, the 10 years of TNA. Okay? I'm putting it a bit too early, but we'll see how it goes. But it's got to be covered. It has to be covered because they've been going 10 years, and everybody's got to celebrate the fact. Now the big talking. This was said this last night. I don't think anybody see it on the webpage about TNA? What I put on about 24 hours ago. Nixie, about TNA pay-per-views. Did you see that?
No. What did you say?
With TNA have announced that next month's pay-per-view Slammiversary will be the last pay-per-view for the foreseeable future, and this includes Bound for Glory that they will be doing outside the Impact Zone because of they're doing all the pay-per-views and everything from now on at the Impact Zone because of a cost-cutting exercise. Because rumor has it now that the bottomless pit of money that Dixie Carter is spending has now dried up. And they want a return for all this money that they're doing it. So for the foreseeable future, TNA are not doing any more pay-per-views after Slammiversary outside of the Impact Zone. So we've got to get used to seeing that little poxy building with the people that's on holiday for the foreseeable.
They're running out of money.
Yeah, and
it's all them people they're bringing in.
Now, this is the topic for tonight. We're going to do this. I'm going to fall through the show. In your hand, if you want to talk about anything you want to talk about tonight, it's your night. This is the free night. Or if you want to ask us something and test the knowledge of the British Wrestling Radio crew with a little trivia question, it's up to you. This is your night. Do what you wish. Yeah, TNA seems to be going through a big, massive transition now, and it's just they're sad about where they used to be and where it's happening be, and I think it's going to go to the wrong place.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to see it go down. I mean, I really don't. But Ring of Honor, I'm seeing Davey Richards in August. Can't wait. Can't wait to see that guy. He's fine. He had his car crash. He's fine. Everything's cool. So we're having that one. Anyway, back to Impact. Everybody's getting set up for Sacrifice this Sunday. If anybody watches Impact, are you getting pissed off with me seeing this fucking abyss bleeding guy walking around as Joseph Park?
Yeah, because I don't know where it's leading.
It finishes. You will see. I don't want to spoil it because.
Is it this week's?
Yeah, it's this week's.
Okay. That was why I didn't know where it was going, but we'll find out, I suppose, because I haven't seen the latest Impact yet. I'll see it before Sunday this week, though.
Dickie wants to know, when did Hogan wear the half NWO, half Wolfpack t-shirt? It was WCW Thunder after they got together. I think it was. I'm not sure, but I think it was. How the fucking am I supposed to remember that? Jesus Christ. Only bleeding people have got access to bleeding WCW's back catalogue library can bleeding check that one out. Isn't it? Is that what it is? We all know that Joseph Park is really Chris. It's obvious. But
it is him.
But it finishes this week. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. It will definitely finish this week. All right?
God for that. Okay. Lucy can't find the fucking t-shirt. Right, watch the stream.
Watch the stream. Hold on. Vendetta says, watch the stream. Oh yeah, Shelby. Yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Shelby. Jesus, yeah. Yeah, I know. No, Winters. We see Impact Sunday evening. So when you guys get ready for the pay-per-view, we'll watch Impact, and then the pay-per-view will happen. So if you have got address to the internet and watching the pay-per-view, we watch Impact at 9 o'clock, finishes at 11, and then the TNA pay-per-view will start and everything.
2 hours later.
Yeah. So there you go. And if you want to know any live, and the best place to watch streams for the internet is at WSNlive.com with our friend Vendetta. For a few pounds, you can watch a high-definition quality stream of TNA Sacrifice. And you'll be one of the few people in this world that actually pay to see a TNA pay-per-view. Because, to be fair, who in their right fucking mind would buy a TNA pay-per-view? Stocko's just said it best. I would rather boil my face. To be honest, truth, mate, I think I would join you in that one. But
then again, we could watch it 2 days later on Challenge. But then we already know all the spoilers.
Winter's got the right idea. Winter's definitely got the right idea.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
But, yes, I mean, rest in peace to Mr. Shelby, the guy that done on the cards. That's a shame. That's a shame this week. And also, I mean, next week is just... I've seen what Vendetta's got planned for next week, and I'll put it this way. This grown man's going to be really, really touched next week, because I watched it and I was bawling my eyes out anyway.
Gold.
So, but next week's going to be cool. So people might have to help me out.
We will be.
With Impact, so we had the only good thing about Impact for me. Well, there's two good reasons, and Nixie's not going to be happy with this, but I think she is a diamond, and that is Brooke Tessmacher.
Oh.
Now, before anybody goes off my head, who's King Mo? Isn't that in from Men on a Mission? King Mo.
WWE just signed him, didn't they? Or did TNA?
I don't know. Is that King Mo? Weren't he in Men on a Mission? I'll try and find out. We'll try and find out for you, Con. Definitely. I think he's an MMA wrestler, wasn't he? And then he's gone down. It was Mo and Mabel, weren't they? It was Mo and Mabel, weren't it? The Men on a Mission. Sorry, it's me going. I knew I'd get mixed up. Shush, King Mabel. Wow, get out of my face.
No, he signed with TNA.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Nixie's got the inside scoop. There you go. No, everybody's been going on with Brooke Tessmacher, and now we've even got Eve in WWE dressing like Brooke, and I'm sorry, but she is looking exactly like Brooke Tessmacher did when she came into TNA. And if anybody says TNA copies from WWE, look at all the stuff that WWE have from TNA.
Mexican America.
It's crazy. Mexican America, all the other things. I mean, you look at it. I mean, the biggest one that they did for me, and people say it's bullshit, it's not. Flawless.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Beautiful People rip-off.
Cool. If ever there was a rip-off of the Beautiful People, I'd like to see what it were. That was the biggest rip-off of TNA I've ever seen ever. And I think one of the things with that is just, I mean, everybody knocks TNA and everything, but without TNA, I mean, TNA does have its good wrestling, but not very much at the moment, even though wrestling matters. But it's getting crazy with TNA. It really is at this moment. I don't know what to make of it. I watched Impact last night, and all I can say is, well, fair enough. But it needs to complete. Sheamus is in. Hey, Sheamus, well done.
Hi.
I just think that TNA's got to change its spots. It's got to change everything about the company. Bruce Pritchard's coming, and everybody says, oh, he's got to change stuff now and everything, but give him a break. He's got to deal with all the shit that Russo and everybody else left at the moment. But at least we didn't see Garrett Bischoff. Oh, we did. We saw him.
Your favourite person.
Oh, Jesus, go on.
You love him.
Say, right. Everybody knows that we've got Nixie as a co-host now, one of the co-hosts. Now, this is the one I want to know. Why does Nixie hate Eric Bischoff so much?
Why do I hate him so much?
Yeah, well, I guess get Nixie's take on it. Everybody knows about what I feel. And when I said last week about him saying that all the internet people, if they had 90% of the decisions, blah, blah, this, and everything. What does Nixie, small dick? Why does Nixie hate Eric Bischoff so much? Go on, love. All the stage is yours.
It's half, I think, just sometimes you see people and you just don't like them, and I think he's one of those people for me. But I think he's just poison. I mean, he just ran, what I was going to say as well, he ran WCW down to the ground, and I just think, looking at what's going on now, it's like watching a repeat of it with TNA. And I just think he's poison. He's just a killer within a company. And you know, they've just killed themselves by having it. I just hate him. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I just hate him. I think he's an absolute moron. He's an imbecilic moron.
Well, Bischoff didn't have his own way. I mean, he had a help from a certain person who said that he was responsible for all the good ideas in the WWE in the 90s. And that was Vince Russo. Vince Russo came in and sold a bill of goods that was absolutely bullshit. And I just think that it was... Danny. Oh, dear. Danny. Getting there. And I just think that Bischoff had his moment. But he got, like somebody says, I mean, somebody said last week that he never did. And I can't think... The only good decision I've ever seen Eric Bischoff do in the 20-odd years I've known about him is he got Hulk Hogan to sign with WCW. That's the only good decision I ever saw. Don't worry, Smarty, you're all right, mate. Nice to see you again.
Dear God.
But I just think that everybody's on about Bischoff and the way he's done things. It's exactly right. He had one good decision in his life, and that was he's managed to... he even takes the Elimination Chamber as his own creation, doesn't he? He always says, oh, I created the Elimination Chamber. No, Vince did.
He created death.
Vince McMahon did. So, well, Bischoff is Bischoff. He'll still be a slime ball to the day he bleeding dies, so there we go. He's still since 1996. So, well, anyway... we'll switch now. We'll go WWE Raw.
There you go.
Opened up with John Laurinaitis and CM Punk in a ring. Now, this made me laugh. I just think, what about this? I mean, I don't know what people's opinions in the chat room. I mean, if you've got any opinions on Bischoff, ring us. 01223 911 822 and see what you say. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I really would. Ant came up with a good question from his things in the Facebook, and I saw it. And well, we'll get to that in a bit. I've just got to keep remembering myself about it. Yeah, I just think that on Monday we had CM Punk. Now this is the WWE that are doing a BA star. Oh, hello, Joe T's calling. Hello, Mr. Joe T.
I'll do.
I'll do, mate. You all right? Here we go. It's WCW Thunder! It took a bit to work out what the theme music was. I was like, what's this? And then he's just twigged what it was. Dear me. Hello, people.
We're glad somebody got it.
Yeah. She won't remember Thunder.
I'm too young.
Does Nix even remember the Attitude Era, or is it only since John Cena came into the fold that she remembers?
Oh, be careful. Pushing your luck.
Just because you like Kane doesn't mean that you know anything about the Attitude Era.
I love Kane. I love Kane.
We heard you marking out last week.
2005.
I want a Kane mask. We all know it.
You don't know what to get you for your birthday, or Daniel, he can get it for you.
Oh. So why do we all this pleasure of this invasion then this week?
We thought we were calling. We were listening to the topics of conversation, and we said we recorded a pipe bomb beforehand, and we gave a few props out to British Wrestling Radio.
Yeah.
Would you believe that the podcast was about Scott Steiner and his tweets? And on the show, we mentioned that 30-minute pipe bomb plus one, aka British Wrestling Radio, would probably do a show over something similar in a not too distant future.
Superb.
I'm sorry to say it, but it was true.
Right, just to let you know, in June we're going to do a show on Hogan. So anytime in July, feel free.
That's great. That'll be a good one. That. What are you covering? Are you just doing all of Hogan's career, or just the high points, the low points, the sex tape?
Listen to the show and then you just copy along and just fill in the dots.
Right, yeah, all right.
We're going to spend 2 hours talking about his Mr. America gimmick.
Oh, super. Oh.
Stock, how are you, mate? You okay?
Yes, mate. Fine thing. Are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I don't know whether you see me comment before about the June 8th show.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Nice to talk. It's nice to talk the leader of the pipe bomb and not just the others.
Yeah, well, the other guys can do it, mate. I'll give them permission and that. It's not a problem. No, I just hate TNA, mate, and I'll just get angry and whatnot. So
that's what I want. If we're not, what was said is. It's everything about it. It's not. I mean, if you're coming on, mate, you'd be all right because we want to talk about some of the bad things that they've done.
Some of the bad things. How long a show have you got that, mate? You haven't got 10 years.
Got to cover.
They're just doing the good things. They've done about 4 things.
That's going to be a 20-minute show.
This week, right? The funniest thing is about TNA this week is they put a video on saying one of the greatest moments in TNA history was Hulk Hogan walking down to the ring and announcing his arrival on Impact.
You mean Hulk Hogan walked down to the squared ring that he decided
to be... It was the six-sided ring.
Yeah, the
was it?
Yeah. We didn't get rid of that for about a month or so after they come in.
Yeah, he ruined the best gimmick that TNA had.
That's what stood them out from pretty much every other wrestling company.
Let's save
That's what I always say.
TNA special show, though. Let's not use it now.
Anyway, our show with the pipe bomb plus one. And seriously, if you're down and feeling knocked off, I put it on Twitter before. It sounds, I'm down, I'm knocked off. I read Scott Steiner's tweets, and all of a sudden I feel a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, I do that. You look at it and you're like saying, "Come on, Scott. Please." When I log in Twitter, I'm just going, "Please, Scott, be on. Please be on."
Especially first thing in the morning. I'm tired. It's 6:30 in the morning. The dog needs a piss. And, I'm knackered. All of a sudden, Scott Steiner, there he is. Thank you. And that's it. We're on our way for the day.
The sunshine in my day, Scott Steiner.
By Christmas, I'll be back on TNA.
I like the 609 reference. I like that a lot.
609 Bischoff.
Bischoff, yes.
Bischoff.
It's just all fucked up, innit, to be honest.
Well, what we were discussing on the show was whether it was going to be a work or not. But there was a lot of pros and cons as to why it would be a good work and why it doesn't seem to be a work, because there's a lot of variables to take into consideration with the language he's using, the stories he's bringing out, and things like that.
The thing that, I mean, if it is a work, they've done it brilliantly, because if this is going to be a work building up for Bound for Glory,
it's an arguably going too far sort of work, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Scott's really, really going crazy about it, and he's going way, way over the line with some of his tweets. He's brilliant. But Bischoff's now, he started to reply to him now. So it's like, oh, here we go. Now let's see what Bischoff's got to say. And then Scott Steiner's just destroying him with just first few words.
Completely.
I like the tweet when he says, what to do when Hulk Hogan and Bischoff are in the ring. Turn the channel over for 5 minutes, then turn back and you've still not missed anything.
Yeah, no difference. Or get a hooker, take it back to your room and you and your wife have a threesome.
Oh. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Yeah, don't tip her.
Hey, did you guys find out who the lady was in the Hulk Hogan sex tape scandal?
Yeah, it was
someone said it was Bubba the Love Sponge Mrs., wasn't it?
Yeah.
Linda McMahon.
Yeah, one of his best friends is Mrs.
Stephanie McMahon.
Oh.
Dude, I'm going to bed in a couple of hours. I have nightmares now.
Did you hear that, Dino?
Come on, repeat it. Sorry.
What's good for Savage is good for Hogan, mate. It was probably Stephanie McMahon.
Dear me.
This is controversy at its finest.
The thing that does me with it is there any level that Hulk Hogan will not stoop to?
No.
Right, Dino, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
All right, it's kind of the thing you want. Right, if Hulk Hogan does something and there isn't a camera around to film it, does that mean it actually happened?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, might be. Yeah, because apparently he was going to join Metallica.
And the Rolling Stones. Yeah. And the Beatles.
Yeah.
Well,
and
I've got a question as well, Dino.
Sure.
Am I the only one that wants to see Hulk Hogan's balls?
I want to see Hogan wearing a half-red, half-white T-shirt.
Oh, sorry. I got Nicky for the benefit of you. Can you translate for us? Because we've had Nicky on our pipe on for 7 months. We don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Nicky, can you translate? What did our Southerner just say?
What Southerner?
As I'm sure I just heard Nicky say.
Sorry.
I'm sure I just heard Nicky say "f off" in a really low tone. We might want to just skip over that and move on.
Why did we get Southerner first as well?
Well, listen, no, seriously, Dickie does want to know when Hogan wore the half black and white half Wolfpack NWO T-shirt.
Yeah, what we've got is we've got a friend who makes T-shirts for the show and for all us guys, and Dickie really, really wants the half Wolfpack, half black and white NWO shirt, but we can't find a picture or a video clip of it anywhere.
So we think he made it up.
Yeah, so if anyone can remember when he wore it and get a video or a picture, that would be extremely appreciated. And we'll send you the special picture of McKenna with just his HTC phone hiding all his Sunday best.
And it does.
That was really quiet. So maybe we should think of something else.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, mate. It's just it's just going bleeding mentally at the moment. Stop messaging me, fuck's sake! Everyone's messaging me.
Sorry, I think that was me.
All we need is a picture or a video clip of Hulk Hogan wearing half Wolfpack, half NWO top.
Give me 24 hours, and I'll see if I can get one off the internet somewhere. Because if anybody,
you're the man.
Good luck, mate. Because we've searched for fucking ages.
One last topic. We haven't recorded anything about it yet, so we might let you do this at first. On a lot of the wrestling pages, apparently Vince's part and gift, and the final handover to Hunter and Steph is going to be he's asked for control of finding the next John Cena. Do we reckon it's in the current pack, or do we reckon it's someone in FCW at the moment?
I think it's definitely somebody down in FCW, because when you look who's down there, you got Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and you got these other guys that they've signed from like Ring of Honor. Surely, I think
he's getting a good push.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking John Cena, Hulk Hogan, Bret, Shawn Michaels, Triple H levels.
I think it took him how many years to find a John Cena to replace Hogan? He thought he could do it with Austin, and it's every so many years he gets somebody that's like bang, and they've stepped up, and it just goes through the roof. I mean, we all know what happened with Austin 316. The moment he said that, it just went mental. To be honest, Joe, I think the next big star, if he turns face, to be honest, Daniel Bryan, because everybody's going mad with the yes chance now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking John Cena level with Daniel Bryan, where Vince can turn around and go, right, that's it. I can walk away and know the company's in good hands with
Oh, you mean like what Cena does when he does everything away, like all the personal appearances and get all the kids on his side?
He's a single franchise player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried that with he tried it with Brett, didn't he? He's done it with Brett and all of them. And to be honest, it'll take another 30 years before we find another one, I think.
I mean, that's it. But the thing is, Vince has turned around and said this is going to be his parting gift, isn't it? The next Cena. Cena's what, 35 now?
Yeah.
So he's looking at what, another 7 to 10 years longevity out of John Cena. So I think he's looking at a handover ready for him to walk away and go, right, that's it. That's my final.
To be honest, here's a name for you that might just do it. I mean, he's already there, and I think he's got the skills. And I think if he ever turns face, he'll fly. Dolph Ziggler. I think him, because at the moment he's got all the skills and everything he's doing at the moment is working. So if he turns face, I think Ziggler might just be that person.
I think you've got a good point there. But do you think that Dolph Ziggler can go from his current gimmick to lead into something that will take him as big as Cena? Because I agree, the man has got the talent on the mic and especially in the ring.
Yeah, I think it'll be Ziggler. Because when you look back at Cena, I mean, John Cena 2003, 2004, when he did the Word Life gimmick, no one in a million years would realise what we would be like 3-4 years down the line when it came to all the WrestleManias. Nobody saw that coming. And I just think...
Sheamus has just put a comment up saying Ziggler will always stay heel. I'm agreeing with him there. I don't think Ziggler will actually turn face. He may be a bit of a tweener, but I couldn't imagine Ziggler coming out cheering, laughing up the crowd and stuff.
Yeah, my only argument with that is, could you imagine the face of the WWE for the next 10, 15 years being called Dolph Ziggler?
No. Completely different.
Well, Nick Namath would have to. Dolph Ziggler will always sound like a porn star name.
Always.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's another name that everyone's going, because he's hot on the internet and stuff, but I don't think it'll ever happen. I think Zack Ryder, but
don't you think that Zack Ryder is on a slight decline at the moment?
Yeah.
He's on a big decline, never mind a slight one. He's on a big one.
Zack Ryder's 6 to 8 months away from Future Endeavour.
The next round of Future Endeavour's not this one. The next one, Zack's gone, mate.
Yeah.
I think.
He's had his moment in the sun.
Yeah, I think Ziggler is... Zack. I mean, he did that thing to save his job. He saved his job. He's put himself on TV.
He hasn't pushed himself since then.
No, I think he's got to go to... a next level, but he doesn't know how to get to that next level now.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
if John Cena can't push him and give him the rub, then he's funny.
Yeah. He doesn't have what it takes to take him to the next level.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want him to be remembered for being the guy that got a kick in the balls from Eve at WrestleMania, though. I want him to have, other things.
To be fair, that at the moment, that is his WrestleMania moment, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, when you look at the stuff and everything at WrestleManias, you've got all the big wrestlers who they've got their WrestleMania moments, and then you're going to look at Zack's and say his WrestleMania moment was
getting kicked in the spuds by. All right, well, look, Dean, thank you very much for having us on the show.
It's a pleasure as always.
You also, and we're going to just and Daniel, I apologise, and Daniel, we're just going to step out and listen to the rest of the show and enjoy it as fans as we are.
And I'll see you next week.
Yes, see you next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Listen, do you want me to send you any details on the subjects I've got for it?
If you want, yes, please, and we'll send over a few of our ideas that we discussed tonight also. Okay.
All right. I know Rob's, he's been advertising it about every 10 minutes on his radio show.
Good man.
And I know WrestleHeads are looking forward to it. And we've got this guy coming from one of the radio stations in America. Well, me and Daniel think it's the #1 station, the #1 wrestling station in the world that does it. And he gets the most. And he's really, really cool.
Well, we can call it number 3 behind ourselves and you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Matt's a good lad. He's really, really cool. And if I can get Ryan as well, but it's like I've said, I've been trying to get the blessings of Brett and D.H. Smith all week.
If we don't get it, we're going to do it anyway, and we'll let them.
But it would be nice. I mean, I just sent him a nice message saying we're doing the show on May 18th to do with Davey Boy. We would love it if we could have your blessing. And we don't mean no disrespect to him. It's going to be about his career. It's just a load of British fans who worship the guy, worshipped him from his kids' ages, and we want to pay tribute to the guy because it seems as though everybody's brushing his name under the bloody carpet. And
well, we'll see how we go. We've still got time. Still got time.
Yeah, I'm still sick to death of sending emails to WWE saying, when are we having a British Bulldog DVD, you fucker?
Hey, great petition, and we'll do the same. We'll do the same.
I'm sick to death because if they can do one for other guys, I mean, I just want one for him.
Daniel, come on, play the game. He's saying that BWR are WWE and the Pipe Bomb at TNA.
Oh, Daniel.
In all fairness, it's technically BWR who have the oldest superstar on the pitch, shall we say? Apologies, Dino.
I can still go.
Of course you can. You've got another at least 10 years on.
No, I've got at least another 6 months in me, Ace.
Yeah, you've got another 3 retirements in you still. You're okay.
All right. I'm still go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So look, Dino, Nixie, thank you for having us on. We'll chat again soon, but we're going to enjoy the rest of the show, and thank you very much for having us on.
Bye, Danny.
See ya. Take care.
Bye-bye.
On the Pipe Bomb there, doing the usual version and stuff, so nice to see him again. In answer to Ant's question as well that he put on Facebook, do we think that Paul Heyman turning up on Raw this week was as big as Bischoff turning up on Raw in 2002? Yeah, I do. I just think that
it was unappreciated.
It was Bischoff turning up. Nobody knew it was coming, but I think that Heyman turning up. Nobody in a million years would have thought that was happening. No one in a million years could have seen Heyman turning up on Raw. I mean, that crowd was such a Jesus Christ! You could have had anybody walk into that curtain, and no one would have said, "Oh, but it's only Paul Heyman." Everybody over the age of 25 that knew Paul Heyman was, wow, he's there. But now it's just no bullshit, absolute shit. Some people just don't deserve a wrestling show in their area, and
See, I accidentally read, because I went to bed like Monday night, I was really tired, and I saw the spoiler the next morning for it, and as soon as I saw Paul Heyman, I went, wow, yeah, let's go, and they just didn't appreciate it. It was such a shame.
I just think, Dolph Ziggler better than TNA tickets. Love that. I mean, Heyman turning up on Raw, I don't care. CM Punk just put a picture up on Twitter about 3 minutes before we went on air, before he came out and said, look who's behind the curtain. And nobody knew. No one knew. It was just like that. We'll do a quick recap of Raw. Get back to that Raw. Right, the thing I've got about Raw is WWE have got this thing called Be a Star and be against bullies. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that does me with it is not about 5 minutes into Raw, we had their WWE champion go up to John Laurinaitis and call him a loser. He had no friends. And he was a pathetic man who he just literally went all these bullying things. And I thought, well, this is from an organization that's saying, do not be a bully. And their champion is actually being one.
But technically all those things are true.
Don't matter. If you're saying them things, it's still going to be, you're still a bully. And this organization that's saying, oh, well, we're not promoting bulliness. And then they got their champion doing that in the ring. Fucking two-edged, two-faced bastards, they really are.
The thing is, it's a big irony because everything involved in wrestling, in any company in one way or another, is based on one wrestler bullying another. So I don't know quite, it is the biggest irony ever. How do they work that? Don't bully, but our whole company is based on one person bullying another. How do you work it?
Well, you look about all the incidents.
That's the word I like.
Well, I've thought some incidents that's happened with them saying this bullying thing. You had the funniest one I had. You had John Morrison taking the piss out of Jack Swagger's list.
Yeah.
Right? You had people knocking Rey Mysterio's size. Right?
Oh God, I've got to tell you about that.
Yeah, and you've also had all these. I mean, everybody's talking about everybody's dissing each other and everything like that, and saying now you've got CM Punk calling Bleeding Laurinaitis a loser and no friends and everything like that. This is the organization that says, "Oh, we're promoting Don't Be a Bully," and it's just going stupid. The fact that they're doing this, and then all of a sudden it's like, yes, but we've got our stars, and they say, "Don't be a bully." Fuck that! It's fucking stupid. It's absolutely does my nutting the fact that it's WWE is so two-faced, and they always pick up on somebody else doing it. If I was TNA, I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm not saying just because it's TNA. I'm not saying because it's Ring of Honor. But if I was TNA, Ring of Honor now, I would pick on that so bad. I'd say, right, we're gonna go and get controversy on ours. We're gonna attack the WWE. We're gonna go for their throat. Everything that they've said or do, I would have one person employed, which is being possible at TNA at the moment because they're doing all the cutbacks.
Yep. Because they're going to go bust.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not, because we don't want to see...
Hopefully not, but they're heading that way.
I just want to see this happen. I mean, somebody must say, right, WWE have done this. Why don't we attack that and say, well, we don't bully, but unlike other wrestling companies... Go back to the way when WCW used to give away the results of WWE. Attack them. Let's go back to that thing where some of the best stuff you ever saw. But it's not happening. It's just WWE just think they've got this persona about them. They've got this big head about them that, oh, we are the superior, and what we say, everybody's going to believe what we do. Everybody's going to go what we go, and everybody's going to say what we say. And it just absolutely does my nut in the fact that they see themselves as a big halo, and they're going in, and they're going with a big halo on their heads, and that, oh, what we do is so whiter than white and so superior. Fuck off. Give us some bleeding real things about it. And I'm not on a rant. I'm not even started on a rant, so don't even go.
Emma loves our accents. I don't like my accent. I hate listening to myself back.
Yeah. I love their accents. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, get back to Raw. So after we had CM Punk and Laurinaitis, we had a match. Was it a match involving Big Show and Cody Rhodes?
Was it a tag team match? One of your favourites?
It was supposed to be a singles match for the Intercontinental title.
Oh, and he walked away, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Eve comes out and goes, oh, you took the mick out of his voice.
Eve.
More bullying.
Sorry, but Eve, Brooke, Tessmacher, lookalike, and complete rip-off, Torres. There you go. Eve Torres, complete Brooke Tessmacher rip-off. But I just think at the moment, what you're going to do, what you're going to say, absolutely shit. Then you had to send him apologise and everything, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, this, blah, blah. And I'm going, I'll give him a break. So we had that. What was the next thing with Raw? Anybody can help me out with that? Because I'm doing nothing. What do we have?
Something to do with Ziggler, wasn't it?
Ziggler versus... Oh, God. Was it Santino? No, it wasn't Santino.
No, it wasn't Santino. I don't think it was Santino.
No. Anyway.
I know Brodus Clay come out because I fast-forwarded that, but... We all know I hate. I'm sorry. It's the most embarrassing gimmick I've ever seen. But
no.
It is. I'm sorry. It's humiliating.
Right, there we go. Here's the next thing for people to ring in with. If you want to ring into this, what is the most embarrassing gimmick you ever saw in wrestling? Sheamus. Andy Roberts has gone away. He's out for the night, but he said he's going to come back in soon. And I don't know where Ace. I don't even know how to ban people in this thing. What do I bleeding care? But anyway. Raw. They're just building up for Over the Limit next week. Oh, yeah. I mean, people think Over the Limit is this week. No, that's TNA Sacrifice. And Raw, everybody was on about Triple H. We all know where Triple H is going with Brock Lesnar. That's going to be SummerSlam. Yeah. We're going to have next week, we had Layla. Oh, we had the zipper break match. And talk to that, Ace is here.
Oh, yeah. Talk to the devil.
We talk to the devil, is it? Yeah. We had the zipper break match. Now we've gone one step further than the piss break match, as Vendetta normally calls it, because this This was then pulling your zipper down to have a pee. You had a women's tag team match, but no tags.
Nope.
It was Kelly Kelly and Layla versus Maxine, who I've never even seen of before.
She was on the NXT women's version.
Yeah, and who else was the other one?
Natalia,
yeah. And next
Less the party.
It happened, and it was over. And boom. And then now we get, all of a sudden, Beth is going to be taking on Layla over the limit. Now I'm over the moon that we've got a British girl being the Divas champion and getting there. But, they should rename it the Piss Break Championship, really, shouldn't it, really? It's getting worse and worse. But now Goldust's gone. Maybe Finlay will come back on and take over the thing again and get them back to the days of when Trish Stratus and Lita and Jazz and all the other guys.
See, that is one thing that TNA definitely has the upper hand on. Their women can actually do their jobs. And they give them the time of day. That is one big distinct difference, I think, from my perspective.
I think if Finlay comes back and sorts out the Divas, we will be getting back to the heydays it had. But I just hope it really does. And if Finlay's really back, because we don't know whether he's back with the WWE or not. Some people say he is, someone says he's not. And get him sorted, because there is some talent there. I mean, if you look at Pro Wrestling Eve over here, Pro Wrestling Eve, they've got some wicked talent over here. I mean, Gemma Palmer and sister that was in Big Brother last year, they're two good female wrestlers at the moment. There's all this girl Angel. There's all these other girls that I've seen wrestle over the last year. They can hold their own with anybody in the WWE and even TNA and anybody like that. All they need is a platform. All they need is somebody to say, yeah, come out here and let's see how you can go. And bang, they'll do it. Because I saw one of the girls I saw at Southside Wrestling, she did a moonsault off the top and fucked her knee up. Oh. Even as soon as she landed it, I went, ouch, fuck me, that's got to hurt. She was in agony, and she carried on with the match, and she lost, but she carried on. She couldn't even walk to the back. Aww. She had really fucked her knee up, and she was doing a moonsault and everything, and it was amazing to watch it go. And I hope she's okay. But we've got a Pro Wrestling Eve match at Southside in a few weeks, which I am going. I'm hoping to see if I can get a photograph of me with Doug Williams or Rennie Dupree. If anybody watched WWE, Rennie Dupree is the youngest ever WWE champion. He was 19 when he held the tag team titles with La Resistance. Aha, there you go. So, anyway. Right. Go forward now. I mean, Raw, we ended up with, Paul Heyman was on. And it finished up with Lord Tensai, or as Pipe Bomb would call him, Lord Tetris. Lord Tensai taking on CM Punk and Daniel Bryan in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Oh, no, I'll do that. I will do. Danny, the moment I come to Sheffield, I'm coming up and seeing you guys. I really am. I really promise you, I'm coming up. I'm not messing around. I'm gonna come and see you guys. I really am. Hello. We got more, and I just think that at the moment, see, look at the people. Yeah, fuck PG's just said it. Some of the women they fired. You've got Winter, Katie Burchill,
Mickie James,
and you had all these women that it's asking him to really, really go. And I just think WWE needs to concentrate now and get some decent wrestlers in, but it'll never happen. All right.
Thing is, they have got some women that can compete.
But they're not given a platform to do it, are they?
No.
They're not allowed to say, okay, go in there, wave to the crowd, do a 60-second match, and then come back. When I think Vendetta said this best a few weeks ago, whatever it was, when the entrance lasts longer than the match, something is wrong.
Yeah.
It's absolutely due. Fridays at 11 o'clock, Emma. Florida time.
UK time.
Oh, I don't know what Florida time. And I just think that's. I mean, we'll get back to it. I just think WWE needs a long, hard look at their divas and just say, instead of being glamour models and instead of being fitness video bleeding wannabes, give me a shout and just do that for me, okay? And they just need to do it. But with all the releases that's supposed to be happening, who knows?
Yeah.
I think half of the releases are going to be the divas. That's my next prediction. I think half of the divas are going to go.
Be nice. But I mean, they keep the good ones. You know, AJ Lee is actually an indie. She's a trained wrestler who's been in the indie circuit, and I would love to see her have a proper match in a ring. But they just haven't given her the time yet. Yeah. And I know she's skinny and small. Don't diss small people because she's only an inch taller than me. But I'd just love to see her do something because I think she's a little gem. But again, she's the same. They haven't given her the time, and she's better than half them people. By Natalia Tamina Beth.
I think she's going to go like a psycho female.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, I'd like to see something like that again, like Mickie James did.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's anyway. We'll cut forward now to the last thing we've got to talk about. The confirmed matches for the TNA Sacrifice. We've got the TNA title between Bobby Roode and Rob Van Dam. Stipulation was announced last night on Impact, so I'm not going to spoil that because I always said the British Wrestling Radio would never do spoilers. We never have and we never will, so I'm not going to say it. People in Britain haven't seen it yet. We're not seeing it till Sunday, so I'm not going to spoil it. You will see the stipulation for Sunday night. We also got Jeff Hardy versus Mr. Anderson. That's going to be happening as well. We've got Bully Ray versus Austin Aries. Anyway, we'll go back to Jeff Hardy. We'll go back to RVD and Robert Roode. Pick your winner, or do you care?
I don't care, to be honest.
Robert Roode. I think he's going to hold the title till Bound for Glory. Well, we know he is. Everybody knows he is because the feud between him and James Storm is going to be reunited for Bound for Glory. We've also got, Jeff Hardy and Anderson. Looks like a good match. Hopefully it will be. Jeff Hardy, I think Anderson to win it. So, I think also another match. Well, TNA have gone back on the bookings and decided to have Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles for the 400th time. Mm-hmm. If it's not Chris Daniels, it's AJ Styles. It's Kurt Angle. If it's not Kurt Angle, it's Kazarian. If it's not Kazarian, it's AJ. It's Chris Daniels. AJ,
Samoa Joe.
Also, bring Samoa Joe into it. Yeah, AJ just wrestles about 3-4 people. So that's happening as well. We've also got the Knockouts belt between Gail Kim and Brooke Tessmacher. We've also got a defense of the television title, which I'm not going to tell about because that's going to be announced on Sunday night's Impact as well. Also, this week on Impact, the return of a long-lost monster is also on there. So I think I've just spoiled it now.
A little bit.
Yeah, shit. I'm just
Never
going
mind.
back to the word. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But hey-ho, there we go. And that's going to be Sacrifice on Sunday night. More than likely, more matches will be announced on that night as they go along as usual. No Sting, no Hogan.
Yes.
No Flair.
Yes.
This is going, but yeah.
See, that's where all their money's going. Is because I read something stupid like Flair demands so many thousands of $35,000 per appearance.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I just think that it is going to be. It's going to be a good one, so we'll see what happens with it. I'm going to have eyes open. I'm going to watch it. I'll try and keep my eyes open, and we'll go forward. Now, yeah, that's why they're going bust. Yeah, the money pit is dried up.
It has.
The night of the match. Yeah. Sheamus, no spoilers, bitch. No spoilers. I've just said the TNA television title match was announced on Sunday night on Impact. Jesus, God help me. I said I weren't going to tell him about a match, but there you go. Robbie E and Robbie T versus... No, it's Robbie E versus Robbie T versus Devon. There you go. Oh, yeah, and Daniels and Kazarian versus Magnus and Samoa Joe. Forgot that one. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not a handicap. It's a three-way match for the television title match. There you go.
Are they going to come out in them cardigans again?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Oh, what were they?
Yeah, it's just a bit very... oh, yeah, has everybody heard about the latest thing from Mason Ryan?
Some kind of bodyguard.
Mason Ryan appeared at a house show in America as the bodyguard to Dolph Ziggler.
Oh. I think Scott Steiner said something else. Oh, no, it's all right. I think he said it all.
Right.
Let's have a look. It's all right, carry on.
I think... I just think this Mason Ryan's gone now back to being a bodyguard for somebody. So there we go. Might appear on TV, might not, to see how the reaction is going to be. But Dolph Ziggler says he's got some insurance now in form of a bodyguard, which is Mason Ryan. So Mason Ryan's now gone back to being a heel. Yep. So there. So that's all the WWE things. Right, last chance. If you've got a few more minutes. If anybody wants to give their intake on the worst gimmick that's ever been in wrestling, or the best gimmick they ever saw, Hulk Hogan, Bischoff, anything they want, ringers in. The phone line is up. The phone line is paid for the next 3 months. I paid for it on Wednesday. Before my fucking Xbox Live account has been hacked and all my Microsoft points are gone. They're fucking bastards. I'm going to kick their asses, whoever's fucking done it.
It's alright, you'll get it back.
I'll fuck you. You don't know Xbox.
No, I don't.
But the website's paid for. Website's up for the next few months, so we've done that as well. And so everything's good and rosy for the BWR crew and the BWR Nation as such. We'll go through the shows again quickly. I lost everything. I lost everything I had on my. Yeah, I wish he had hacked my Xbox. I'd have fucking kicked his ass, but no. Upcoming shows, GBW. It's the end of May, so we've got next week to promote them. But as we said, the plan for the next few weeks for British Wrestling Radio is... Oh, yeah, I forgot something. Mark Pearson was supposed to appear tonight. And Mark... I contacted Mark on yesterday, Thursday it was. And I just said, are you all set to go? And we went. And I contacted him the week before and said to come on this week. And I did say to him 11th of May. But unfortunately, Mark got his wires crossed and he's gone to a wrestling show tonight. So he couldn't appear. And I said, don't worry about it. We'll have you on in a few weeks' time. So if you're expecting to see Mark on tonight, we're really sorry. But it all went wrong. It's all went wrong on Mark's part. And he double booked himself. So really sorry about that. But he does send his apologies. He's really sorry about it. But, yeah. Yes, and yeah, might have done that. I'll ask him at Xbox. Yeah. Yeah, he's Mark Pearson, if you don't know, he's got a wicked YouTube channel. And he's got a wicked YouTube channel. It talks about all the old pay-per-views from the 90s. He knows his stuff, and he's an absolute cracker of a guy to know and talk about. But we'll see how it goes with that. And so he's coming on in a few weeks' time. Next week is the biggest night we've ever had, in my eyes. This is the night of all nights for us. The list of people involved are as follows. We have the 30-minute pipe bomb. We have Nixie. We have Daniel, a.k.a. Vendetta, a.k.a. Quebec Ice V. We have from WZR Radio, Mr. Matt Boone. We have Rob Maltman, the voice of British wrestling, coming on. We have Wrestleheads. We have me. This is the big night for us. ever since I've been a kid, I mean, I keep going on about him every single week, and I shouldn't do it, but I can't help it. I grew up watching this guy. It's the British Bulldog show. It is 10 years ago next Friday that we watched the Bulldog. And I think nobody's doing anything. Nobody's saying anything. It's just like, oh yeah, the Bulldog, yeah, Bulldog. Bollocks. If we didn't have the British Bulldog, we wouldn't be sat here right now. There wouldn't be a British Wrestling Radio. There wouldn't be British Wrestling with WWE. WWE would still be an American adventure. Nobody would do it over here. I asked D.H. Smith, I have asked Bret Hart, I've also asked Bret Hart via Twitter, and I asked D.H. Smith for their blessing. So I've asked them and I've had no reply. So there we are. But next week is the British Bulldogs show. And we're not talking about sacrifice. We're not talking, so as much as it hurts people talk about the pay-per-view, we'll do that another time. But we're not doing sacrifice. We're not doing Raw. We're not doing Impact. We're doing no American stuff. Next week, from start to finish, will all be about one Davey Boy Smith. Davey Boy was his real name because he's looked at his birth certificate and the dog and everything. If you've got any stories, any memories of the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith, go to our forum, which is clicking on the right-hand side of the webpage. Go to the forum, sign up. There is a section on of our shows that says the British Bulldog Show. Click in there, put your story in. We will read them all. I will read every single story we've got. It doesn't matter to me. It takes. So, I mean, we want this show to be the best we've ever done. And we're going to cover everything from the early days on World of Sport, making his debut at 15 years old, to his untimely death in 2002. We're going to do everything. Vendetta, Royal Rumble, when he lost to bleeding Shawn Michaels. No, you shit. No. But that's it. I mean, next is the British Bulldog. Then, 25th of May, we've got Mr. Ben Old coming back from Southside Wrestling. And he's going to come back and talk about the new... we've got Ben Old coming on talking about Southside and everything else about that, about Southside's upcoming show. He's also got a special guest staying with him for the month, so we never know. We might even have Rennie Dupree on the show. Which, if we have Rennie Dupree, there's somebody called Vendetta who will be over the moon because we will have questions in French. And that'll be funny. And then, June the 1st, I think we're trying to get Mad Manson on for that show. Mad Manson's going to be June the 1st. Then June the 8th is another big show we're going to do. It's like we're doing with the Bulldog, but this time we're going to be celebrating the 10 years of TNA wrestling. We're going to try and cover as much as we can in the 2 years and everything. Pipe Bomb said they're going to come on, so we're just going to do it a little bit between us and the Pipe Bomb, I think. But that's going to be happening on June the 8th, before Slammiversary. Okay? Chris Benoit tribute. A little bit of Chris Benoit. Because it'll be the day after his death or something. Yeah. But we're doing the TNA. No, we'll do Chris Benoit the following week, if you want to do that. We need to have 2 shows a week. No, we don't. I ain't got time.
No.
Yeah, you don't know how close we was not to having this show tonight. You really don't know. Hold on. You didn't hear that, did you?
Yes.
You didn't?
Yes, I did.
No, people didn't hear that in the chat room, did they? Oh.
Yes, they did. Oh, this is going to be the second.
No.
Why can't you just hold it in? What is wrong with your ass?
Be careful what you are saying.
It's age, isn't it? That's what it is. It's age. It's pure age.
I'm so sorry. I'm really, really, really sorry. Oh, dear. Oh, God.
Age. That's where it came from, Seamus. That's right.
You got to fart when Booney's on. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, dear, don't. Oh, sorry, Emma. No, Emma,
Now,
this has happened
a special
before.
message from Family Guy.
It has.
I used to think flatulence was something to laugh about. Truth is, 300 million Americans a day expel gas through their anus. To learn more about flatulence, you can visit my ass. Just yanking you.
Oh, geez. Oh, so that was funny. Oh.
No, Emma, it happened. One of the first shows I watched, and he did it about 5 times, and I kept pulling it up.
Right, on his YouTube. Oh, yeah, right, before we go any further, we'll go through all his links. You can find us at facebook.com/British Wrestling Radio. Follow us on Twitter at B Wrestling Radio. Clicked on the left-hand side, all the links are there. We are also on YouTube at youtube.com/BWR Online. Our shows are up there. So we're getting all them on. Oh, yeah, also, guests coming on. We've also talked where Brendan's going to try and pull this off us. We're hoping to have the chairman and the actual owner of Pro Wrestling Ulster coming on the show. We've gone to YouTube, and so the YouTube channel, there's a few things that there's John Cena pictures up there. The show where I did the fart is there. The Ben's wrestling thing is, and also the first one we had Nixie on. I think that's on there as well. Others are to be put on, so I can put them all on. I promise. We are going to get there as well. And then we're going to see how we go with other things. But YouTube is a start, and then we'll see how far we can go with other things and keep them all going. So, anything else to add, Nixie, before we shoot? Because nobody seems to want to talk to us tonight. I paid for the bleeding phone line, and nobody wants to talk to us.
The only thing I was going to say was regarding to Dolph Ziggler, actually. I thought about it, and I nearly said it. 2 things, actually. Oh, 3 things. I've got to mention Rey Mysterio as well. Was that if he can come back from Kenny... No, sorry, not Kenny. Nikki! Then he could come back from anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brilliant. I still think of that. Oh, I love that guy.
Nikki!
For those who missed it last week, we had Braveheart ring up from SWE up in Scotland, and he's at the moment in Hungary, Budapest. So hope everything goes well for him over there with him and his friends defending the championships, and get there as much as we can. And that was nice to have him on the show. So he made a nice birthday surprise. What other things did you have to say then, Nixie?
Now, the other thing I was going to say to you was about when I was out today and I was looking at, I ended up in Hamleys looking at the wrestling toys, right? Now, Rey Mysterio was next to the Big Show, and they were the same size.
Hey?
And I didn't understand it. The figurines, you know, you can get like a little Action Flex, whatever they are. Or I don't know what they are. They were exactly the same size, and I was looking at it going, what the hell? I actually said it out loud. I was like, he is smaller than him. Why don't they make them like sort of more size? Why are they all one height? I don't get it.
Oh, we've got a phone call. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to British Wrestling Radio.
Hello, it's the Pigman Andy Hogg again. I thought I'd give you a ring, seeing as you paid for a new phone line and no one was keeping it warm for you.
Oh, thank you very much for ringing him. Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. I thought I might as well ring up and get a couple of cheap plugs in while we're here.
Great, mate. All yours.
Because we've got Mr. Douglas Williams coming up on Thursday to run a training seminar for us, which is very exciting. He's doing 2 for us, actually. He's doing this Thursday, the 17th of May, and then he's back again on Thursday, the 21st of June. So that'll be quite good. So the lads are looking forward to that. Looking forward to catching up with Doug again. It's been a while, so I'm sure we'll show him some of the sights of Sheffield and Rotherham. He'll never want to go back to Florida and all that stuff. Sea and sand. He'll be quite happy in South Yorkshire.
Oh yeah, you got to show him the British Midlands station. You've got to.
Yeah, so we've got that,
and then the new waterfall.
And then we're planning for a show on the 9th of June, Day of Reckoning in the Library Theatre. So no, all is good, and we're now training twice a week. We train on Saturdays at the S18 in Dronfield. And we now train in the old B&Q building in Rotherham Town Centre, because it's looked after by a theatre charity at the moment.
Sorry,
and they very kindly let us use it to put our ring up and do some ring training on Thursdays from 6 till 9. So the guys are working hard. We're working hard, embracing the grind and just trying to do the right thing.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
So we'll be looking forward to welcome you when you get up here to see us.
So I'm trying my best to get off at the moment. I've got 2 godsons that are willing to see their godfather, and they're going mental to come and talk to him. I've got a niece that wants me to take me to your shows because she says, we've got wrestling in Sheffield. I went, yeah. She's like, right, I'm coming, but you've got to take me. I'm like, all right, fair enough. So I've got them. So it looks like I've got a cast of thousands that's going to be coming with me to these shows.
The more the merrier. More the merrier.
Yeah. It's great to hear from you again, Andy. So everything's okay in your neck of the woods? We've got no problems, or?
No, we're doing well. We're doing well. We're getting good numbers at training. Like we got, like the last show went really well. Like all the crowd were really happy. Loads of them stayed back to say how much they enjoyed it, and like got lots of Facebook messages and text messages and emails over the days after. So it's really gratifying, and the lads were just buzzing after it, and we were buzzing. All the hard work, it pays off.
Danny's just said something about the snooker championship caused you loads of problems with your show.
Yeah, they put a massive Titantron right in front of the loading bay where we had to get the car in, but we got it in there in the end. And some of the lads after, during the day, they went out to get some food, and they all ended up signing autographs for this woman, and they were ever so chuffed with themselves. They're like, oh, they must have seen us on the poster and that. And it was only when they were walking away that one of them asked where they'd recognised them from, and she opened a folder to show all these pictures of snooker players. So they were ever so gutted.
Oh dear. Oh no. We've all had that. I've had that in my life. Oh dear God. I think the famous one with me is I went to WWE in Sheffield. I think it was 1992. It was just after WrestleMania 8, and I was a massive Ultimate Warrior fan, and I went with the face paint on. I had the permed hair at the time, so I had long permed hair. I had the tassels and the wristbands. I had the whole 10 yards, so to say. And this little kid in the audience ran at me and went, "It's the Warrior! It's the Warrior!" And I went, "Oh God, what?" And before I knew it, this mum came up and said, "Look, I know you're not the Warrior, but can you have your photograph took with him because he thinks." And I went, yeah, anything. And I just literally had to stand there and go, Warrior, and actually try and be the Ultimate Warrior for 2 minutes, just so I could make this kid's day. And I was like, and when it finished, I went, please never let that happen to me again. I swore I would never do it again, but I ended up going to the SummerSlam as Warrior again. But that really did me nutting, that one. That was my unfortunate embarrassment moment.
No, it's all good.
I think someone's got a photograph. The worst thing is, I think somebody somewhere in my family has got a photograph of me dressed as the Warrior, and hopefully that will stay hidden for as long as I live, because nobody deserves to see me with permed hair. Nobody.
I once did a show in Scotland, and I'd wrestled Drew McDonald, and by the time we'd got out of that, because we were on last, we stopped at McDonald's on the way out, and this woman came running up to me, and actually, we were in the car, and this car kept driving past and past, and this woman kept getting out and back in there, and then she came out and tapped on the window, and she went, "Oh, do you mind coming and having your photo taken with the kids? We didn't get to see you in the town hall when you'd finished." So we stood in McDonald's car park taking a photo for them, and she sent me a copy by email, and as I took the photo, Danielle, my wife's going, "Have you seen what's on your T-shirt?" And I'm like, "No," and it was rather an inappropriate T-shirt for children. And bless her, this woman sent me the photo, posing with the kids, and she went, "I think it's all right." She said, "I think they're a little young to understand it." I'm like, "Okay." So this woman's got this photo of her kids standing with me and like a T-shirt that doesn't belong in a kid's photo.
Oh dear. No, there is some brilliant things that happens to everyone. It's just one of them things. You have to deal with what the cards are dealt. Though everybody says,
"Oh, yeah, let me
deal me a bit better." People in the chat. Oh God, what?
Oh, sorry, I'm a bit echoey there.
What did the T-shirt say? We've got people asking in the chat room.
It was an FC UK one, and it had a woman bent over, and I believe it said "liquor in the front and poker in the rear," and the FC UK in.
Classic, absolutely brilliant. It's super. Yeah, you've just made everybody's day in the chat room. That's wicked. That's super. Oh, thanks very much for sharing that. That's the next.
More than welcome.
If any time you want to come on, mate, just give us a ring. We're always available.
I will be. Yeah, thank you very much. And enjoying the show greatly. It's a great show, and it's good that like you're getting guys like the Pipe Bombs and that on. Yeah, it sounds. It's all good networking. Yeah. A couple of my lads actually, they're just starting doing a podcast, so I told them to drop you a line, just ask for a bit of advice and stuff.
Always available. Definitely.
So they're going to try and start that off, so you might get an email or a PM on Facebook.
Yeah, that's okay. No worries. Glad to help anybody, honestly.
No worries. Well, take care. You look after yourself.
Yeah, I will. Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you.
No worries. See you soon. Take care.
Bye.
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 And Mr. Andrew Pigman Hogg. Hello, Vendetta.
Hello.
He's here.
Yeah, sorry for the late.
He's alright, mate. No worries. How you been, alright?
Yeah.
How's the car?
Not bad. Few things to repair, but...
Expensive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends $300 today.
So it's getting there. Good stuff. What's your take on Paul Heyman then? Was you pleased to see him?
Well, was not expected to see him.
No. Was you pleased though?
Well,
do you think it's going to be good business for WWE till SummerSlam to see him, or
was
just too PG now?
Lesnar will be here.
No. Well, we don't know when Lesnar's going to appear next, do we? So, I mean, with Heyman, we know he's going to be appearing up to SummerSlam, but when and where? That's it.
When is a boring world like Kane.
They're doing what? Sorry, mate.
It will happen when the world will be very, very boring, like with.
He'll be
next thing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Nick. There you go. You two, you can't carry on. But so all in all, I mean, are you all set for Sacrifice with WSN, mate?